Hello everybody. Once again I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. So after completing first chapter of class 6 science NCERT food, where does it come from, in my previous video, let's now take the second chapter of our book, that is components of food. So if you haven't seen my previous video or if you want to watch this video in Hindi, please put a comment in the comment section. So I really hope you will like this video and it does help in some way to ignite your knowledge. So before moving ahead, firstly I would like to discuss the topic of the chapter. Here we will be covering the topics such as food. In food section we will talk about the why do we eat food, what are the importance, then we'll discuss about the nutrients, why do we eat different varieties of food and what are the importance. Then we'll talk about the types of the nutrients. Here we will discuss about the components of food such as carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals, roughage and waters. Then we'll talk about balanced diet and their importance. Then we'll discuss about the deficiency diseases. So let's move ahead to our first topic, that is food. So I know you all are very familiar about the food. So why do we eat food? We eat food to get energy, which is helpful to do any kind of work and it is necessary for our survival. In previous lecture, we had a discussion about the food. So what is food? Can you explain? Yes, food is a source of energy which contains all the required nutrients needed by our body. It gives us nutrition, it gives us nourishment. So here I have a question for you all. What is the nutrition? Let's talk about it. The process of consuming nutrients required for the growth and development of our body and to obtain energy is known as the nutrition. Nutrition means we get all the nourishment from the food is called the nutrition. So what are the nutrients? Our food contains 5 main substances which is called the nutrients, such as fats, carbohydrate, protein, vitamins and minerals, roughage and water. So these all are called the nutrients. So here one more term is there, diet. What is diet? It is the amount of food eaten by a person at a time, or simply you can say it is eating habit of a living being. If I am talking about my diet, I used to take balanced diet to keep my body healthy. If I am talking about my students, they used to take, sometimes they used to take balanced diet, but sometimes they eat junk food which is not healthy for them. Okay, so but they are doing lot of mental work, they are doing lot of study and all. So their body required protein rich food because it is responsible for the growth. If I am talking about the old people, their body required vitamin and mineral rich food because vitamin and mineral will keep them healthy. Okay, so let's talk about more of the components of food. There are 5 major components, which is carbohydrate, fats, protein, vitamins and minerals. So one by one we will discuss all the components. Let's talk about the carbohydrate. What are the carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are called instant energy giving food. It gives us quick energy. Okay, it is the main source of energy. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. There are 3 types of carbohydrate, or you can say we can divide the carbohydrate into 3 groups like sugar, starch and cellulose. If we will talk about the examples, so we can take the example of the sugar crystals, brown sugar, these all are the example of the sugar. We will talk about the starch. Here we have rice, chapati, potato, breads. So these all are the good source of the starch. If we will talk about the cellulose, so we have salads, fruits, vegetables. So these are all the good source of the cellulose. But like sugar and starch, cellulose is difficult to digest easily, but they all we can digest easily, like sugar and starch. So, we will talk about the protein. What is protein? Protein is called the body building food. Carbohydrate is called the energy giving food, instant energy giving food, and protein is called the body building food. Protein helps in our body growth, it repairs our tissues, it is very necessary for the growing children and the pregnant ladies. For example, egg, milk, meat, fish, etc. Here we have the protein rich food like paneer, like milk, like beans. Okay. Here we have fish, meat, chicken, eggs. So, these all are the good source of the protein. Then we will talk about the fat. Fat provides more energy in comparison to the carbohydrate. See, fat and carbohydrate both are the energy giving food. But the difference between fat and carbo is the instant energy giving food and fat is the energy bank. Okay, it is known as the energy bank in our body. So, if we will eat the carbohydrate rich food, we will get the quick energy. Like if we do lots of exercise, what happen? Our body feel tired. So, we need a quick energy. We can drink lemonade, we can drink Glucon-D. So, these all are the quick energy giving food because sugar is there in the liquid. Okay. So, we can get easily quick energy. But if we will eat egg, okay, if we will eat fish, meat, so we cannot get quick energy from the fats. It keeps our body warm. Fat is considered as energy bank in our body. As I told you all, fat are essential for the absorption of vitamin A, D and K. So, main source of fat is milk, butter, ghee, egg, yolk, etc. It is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Let's have a look about the examples. So, fatty meats and fishes are the example, cheese, butter, avocado, nuts and seeds, chocolates are the good example of the fats. So, the main work of the fat is to keep our body warm and gives us energy when the body need, means when our body is very needy, we are starving, we are not getting food from so many days. So, what happened? The fat which is stored in our body will break down into the energy and it provide the energy to our body. Then we will talk about the vitamins. What are the vitamins? Vitamins are the complex organic compound. It is important for body growth. It protects us from the diseases and our body requires vitamin A, C, D, E, K and B complex, or you can say our body required all the vitamins. Our body can make only 2 vitamins D and K. The body can make itself the vitamin D and K. We can easily get the vitamin D when our body will expose in the sunlight. So, we can get the vitamin D directly from the sun. Or if we will talk about the vitamin D rich food, we can take the cod liver oil for the vitamin D. So, here we have examples of the vitamins like we have fruits, we have vegetables, we have beans. So, these all are the good source of the vitamins. See, mainly fruits and vegetables are the good source of vitamins and minerals. So, we will talk about the function of the vitamins and types also. So, vitamin A, what it does? It keeps our eyes and skin healthy. Vitamin B1 helps the body to use energy from the food that we eat. Vitamin C helps to heal wounds, to maintain healthy gums and blood vessels, and it also fights against the infection. So, what happens when you fall sick, when you fall ill, when you are suffering from the cough and cold? So, many often our doctor suggested us to take vitamin C rich food. Okay. So, why they are suggesting us to take such kind of food? Because vitamin C fight against the infection. Vitamin D, if I am talking about, it keeps our teeth and bones healthy. To keep our teeth and bones healthy, we need to get proper amount of vitamin D. If I am talking about the vitamin E, it maintains healthy skin and hair. It also slows down aging. It is a powerful antioxidant, means the aging process will be getting slow if we will take good intake of the vitamin E. If I am talking about the vitamin K, it is important factor for the blood clotting and bone healing, and it also does the body repairing. So, these all are the function of the vitamin. Then we will discuss about the minerals. What are the minerals? Minerals are also very important as like a vitamins, but we need very less amount. Okay, we need minerals are required by our body in very small quantity. We don't want in a large quantity. Okay, so iron, iodine, calcium, phosphorus and potassium are the common minerals. You might have heard about it. You might have familiar about the minerals also. So, the source of minerals are plants and animals. Here we have examples of the minerals, especially all the fruits and vegetables along with milk, they are egg, they are having the good source of the minerals. Then we will discuss about the water. How can we forget about the water? Water is needed by our body. Okay, it does a very important role. It do very important role in our body function. Like it transport digested food to the body cells. It transport important chemicals such as hormones around the body to get rid of waste product from the body. It controls and regulate the temperature. It keeps our body temperature maintained. It is maintaining the body temperature, and we require every day 2 to 3 liter of water to keep our body healthy. And the sources of the water is drinking water, milk, tea, coffee, juices, fresh fruits and vegetables. If you are taking such kinds of food, means you are taking the good intake of the water. Then we will discuss about the dietary fibers. Like water, the dietary fiber has no food value. Okay, the water is also, it has no food value, and dietary fiber also has no food value, but it is playing a very important role for the good digestion. It helps in preventing constipation. It comes from the raw fruits and vegetables. Salad, vegetables, sprouted grains, etc. are the sources of the roughage. See, here we have beans, we have whole grains, we have vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds. These all are the good sources of the fiber. They are fibrous food. Then we will talk about, see, when all the 5 major components will come together, they will form a group. What they called? Are they having their proper name? Are they having their special or particular name? Yes, they are having their name. They are called balanced diet. When all the required nutrients come together and form a group, it is known as the balanced diet. So, what is the balanced diet? Balanced diet which contains adequate amount of all the nutrients. Adequate means proper amount of all the nutrients. It also needs sufficient amount of the water and roughage. So, you can learn all the 5 components in your hand only. See, in our hand there are 5 fingers in our fist. Okay. So, 1 finger for the carbohydrate, 1 finger for the protein, 1 finger for the fats, 1 finger for the vitamins and 1 finger for the minerals. So, these all are the 5 major components. Along with this, 2 more components are there, that is roughage and water. So, like this you can learn very easily about the all 5 major components of the nutrients. So, here we can say that the diet which contain all the nutrient in the right amount and also have good amount of roughage and water are called the balanced diet. It may vary person to person according to their work. Like diet, it may vary according to your occupation. We need balanced diet to keep our body healthy. If we want to keep our body healthy, we need the proper amount of the food. So, if we will not take the proper amount of the food, what will happen? We may fall sick, we may fall ill. So, let us discuss about it. So here we have the balanced diet. Here you can see we have fruits and vegetables, which will be 40%. We have fiber rich carbohydrate, which will be 25%. We have protein, which will be 25%, and fat will be 10%. If you are taking proper amount of diet, so it means you are taking a balanced diet, means your food is balanced, right? So the balanced food will gives us balanced life also, right? Balanced life means healthy life. So let's talk about the deficiency disease. If we will not take the good food, what will happen? So deficiency diseases are diseases that caused by the lack of certain essential nutrients, that we had a discussion about all the nutrients, especially vitamins and minerals in one's diet over a prolonged period of time. Here you can see there are two examples. One child is suffering from the underweight, or you can say it is suffering from the malnutrition disease, and one child is suffering from the common disease like common cold, fever. So taking healthy food is good for the health, but if we will not take the good amount of food, or if we will take the excess amount of food, so it may lead to the malnutrition, to the obesity. So let's talk about the malnutrition. What is malnutrition? If a person does not get adequate food, or if his or her diet does not contain all the nutrients, he or she becomes weak. When the body does not get adequate nutrition, it is said to be suffering from malnutrition. It means malnutrition occurs when the body doesn't get enough nutrients. Causes include a poor diet, digestive conditions, or another diseases. So if a child is starving, if the child is not getting proper amount of food, or if in case the child is not having food to eat, okay, the child will suffer from the malnutrition. If the child is getting too much food to eat, what happen? The body will become fatty. They will suffer from the obesity. So both the conditions are not good for the body. So that is why we need balanced diet. Let's talk more about the deficiency diseases in detail and their symptoms. So here I have name of vitamins and minerals, deficiency of diseases or disorders, and their symptoms. So if we will not take the vitamin A, it may lead to the night blindness, and the symptoms will be the poor vision or loss of vision. We will not take the vitamin B1, it may lead to the very disease, and the symptoms will be weight loss and weak muscles. If we will not take good intake of the vitamin C, it may lead to the scurvy disease, bleeding gums is the symptoms. Then we will talk about the vitamin E. The body may lead to the rickets, and what happen? The bone will become soft, tender, and weak. Means the bones will become very soft. If we will not take vitamin K rich food, it may lead to the Crohn's disease. The skin will become pale or yellowish, and rapid aging. The aging process will be fast, will be rapid. If we will not take the good intake of the calcium, as you know, it is a mineral, so it may lead to the hemorrhage disease, and the symptoms will be excessive bleeding with delay in clotting. Means the clotting process will be slow in our body if we will not take good intake of the calcium. Talk about the phosphorus. It may lead to the osteomalacia, osteoporosis, which is a disease, and the symptoms will be the brittle bone. Means the bone will become soft, and the bone will break very easily if we will get a jerk. So if we will talk about the iron, if we will not take the good amount of the iron in our diet, so what happen? It may lead to the anemia disease, and the symptoms will be low red blood cell count, or you can say simply the hemoglobin level will be down, okay, will be decreased in our body. So if we will not take the iodine, we will suffer from the goiter disease. And what happen in this disease? The thyroid gland will swell up, okay, it will become like it will look like a ball. So, enlarged thyroid gland are the symptoms of the goiter disease. So, these all are the deficiency diseases and their symptoms, and I hope these all are the sufficient for the day. So, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my video. Bye bye, keep watching and keep learning.